What's up everyone? Corey from Texas Runner Outdoors here. Wanted to do a quick video on some LEDs that I just got. The brand is Auxito. I'm actually running their fog lights on my Fitchin 4Runner and the 6500 Kelvin white color, and they've been pretty good. Ironically, on the same Fitchin 4Runner, I recently had one of the front turn signals go out. That's an 1156 bulb, and I looked at every store around trying to find an LED alternative, and I couldn't at the time. So I swapped it out. This was just literally a few weeks ago. But Auxito reached out to me and wanted to know if I wanted to try out some of their lights. And they actually have an LED offering in the 1156. And so they sent these to me, and I want to do a quick unboxing video, or me opening up, and also an install video and a comparison between the factory kind of halogen style lights and their LED offering, which is going to be in the amber color as well, because I wanted to keep it the OEM color. So let me open this up. This is the way it was shipped to me. It was actually inside a box inside this. We're going to open this thing up. I'm going to install it. We'll do some comparisons and we'll see what we got going on. So I got the plastic wrap taken off of it. This is the box they come in. I can already tell they look pretty cool. Much different than I expected. Pretty excited about putting these in and seeing how they function. So let me go ahead and open the box and we'll kind of see what they look like and feel like with the box open. A quick comparison. The Auxito LEDs appear to be right about 1/4 inch longer than the OEM equivalent. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but just something to note for people who may be installing these in confined spaces or a smaller housing. Other than that, they're actually a little bit thinner, it looks like, overall. And again, I don't think 1/4 inch is going to make that much of a difference. They do have what looks like to be an integrated fan mechanism. A lot of the LEDs have internal fans or some sort of cooling mechanism installed on them from the factory, and we'll see how these perform. This is what the factory amber lights look like when they're flashing. I just have the emergency lights on, or the hazard lights on, and you get an indication of what they look like in the daylight. I'm going to install the Auxito LEDs and we'll get an idea of what the difference in brightness is during the daylight. The install should be pretty straightforward. I have this little kit of tools I've put together over the years, but really all you need is a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver. I turned the wheel. This is a 2013 Fitchin 4Runner. I turned the wheel all the way to the opposing side that I plan on installing. That way it gives me easier access to the wheel well. So again, it's pretty straightforward. On these clips on this particular model, you're going to rotate the and you can use a slot screwdriver, otherwise known as a flathead. You rotate it to where it moves freely, and then you can use either your fingernails, flathead screwdriver, or like a pry tool, and just pull this all the way out. Once you have those out, and the Phillips head screw that was up here, it's easy to just push this back and access the light, and that's what I'm going to do now. If you look in here, the light closest to us is the fog light. I've already swapped those out to the Auxito, like I said earlier in this video. The one next to it, further towards the center of the vehicle, is the light we're going to be swapping out now for the Auxito LED turn signal. It's an 1156 bulb. The new LED went in without a hitch, no problem. Slid right in. There was no roughness or anything like that, like some of the cheaper lights I've had, so it's very smooth to get into the socket. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it, do the other side, and we'll see what these look like compared to the factory halogen type. Just like I suspected, there was no clearance issues with that new bulb. It was slightly longer, but in this particular application, plenty of room for it. The difference in light output is pretty significant. I don't know if you can tell from this video, but that's the new light. It's significantly brighter and it fills up that housing a little bit more. It's kind of hard to explain, but because of the reflectivity in those factory housing, I mean, it's a huge difference in person. Pretty impressed. I think from this angle you get a better indication of what I'm talking about. That's the new Auxito LED. That's the factory halogen there, and definitely a huge difference in light output. Okay, so this is with both of the Auxito LEDs in, the 1156 bulbs for the turn signals on my Fitchin 4Runner. This total install took about 10 minutes, and that's with me stopping so I could record and whatnot. I am impressed with the overall additional light output and color. still looks OEM, but just kind of like an OEM plus maybe upgrade if you're looking for that. And again, thank you to Auxito for hooking these up, and I look forward to maybe working with those guys in the future.